Well, I'm back from the Windy City, an extended spring break, and a second extended spring break, and a high school production of Calamity Jane, some tennis practice, and... Alright, enough of reminiscing, and no more delays. It's time for controversy, and have I got a doozy for you today, so let's get to the background. In 2009, third-party developer Platinum Games wanted to create a beat-em-up that would hopefully repeat the successes of their last efforts when they were still Clover Studio, Beautiful Joe, and God Hand. The game had a black and white Sin City inspired look that was and is unique, and cleverly has the fact that the Wii can only do 480p. And the game itself was pretty damn good, and I can say this confidently because I actually own the game. Yep, got it for $3 last Christmas. Oh, that's what I usually pay for a 3-pack of gum. Wow, what a steal! The reason why it was so good was because of its epic action that was highlighted with a decision to keep the blood the same red color it's always been. You know, the kind of red that's used to paint the side of a schoolhouse, or laminate a stop sign, or label the fire truck that passes through your neighborhood when the village idiot accidentally burns his house down for the 7th time. This week, this game was Madworld, and you can bet your flaming ass it caused controversy. The Madworld controversy is very interesting, to say the least. It's on the Wii, for one thing, where you'd least expect a controversy to occur, and yet people are going absolutely nuts about it, and not in a good way. The obvious question is, who gives a flying fladoodle? But there was a good reason to cause controversy. What was that reason? Give me a minute. Oh yeah, this game is freaking gruesome! You guys remember Night Trap and how totally not violent it was? Yeah, this is the exact opposite. Times 5. You can chainsaw enemies in half, smash their heads in with a spiked back, snack their necks so their heads are backwards, and impale them on anything. And there are special events like a subway train and man darts to make the violence even more extreme. And don't even get me started on the bosses. As awesome as this looks, a backlash was imminent, and one started almost immediately after the game's announcement. The first of it came from the good old Brits. Their longest running pressure group campaigning for decency in TV, films, and games, say that 3 times fast, Media Watch UK said, and I quote in my insultingly terrible English accent, "We need to ensure that modern and civilized values take priority rather than killing and maiming people." And despite criticisms from the fans of the game, they held their stance. A short-lived one though, considering that Madworld passed through the country rather easily. The next attack came from the other good old country, the good old US of A, where the National Institute of Media and the Family, or NIMF, expressed their disappointment towards Nintendo for allowing this to be on the Wii. And yet, I live in this proud country and I legally bought and own this game. Yeah, a little passive these people are, huh? Come on guys, if you're actually going to cause some controversy, don't just bitch. Not very progressive. But thanks to these last guys, my faith in these bastards isn't entirely diminished. Those Germans were not too sure we love or not, took one look at Madworld and just straight up banned it. Now that's what I'm talking about. These are the kind of people I respect. I hate the guts, but I respect them. Kinda like a valedictorian that emphasizes the dick syllable just because they're frickin' valedictorian. But I digress. At least that ain't me. So, solid arguments, sensible motives, and a lot of backup. All the makings of a perfect controversy. I'll go into that in a few minutes, but right now I want to talk a little about the violence that made Madworld the atomic media bomb it is. I seriously don't think that the violence in this game is as gruesome as everyone thinks. True, that's contradicting something I said earlier, but I'm not saying that the game isn't violent because, well, just look at this.
That is what this game is all about. Horribly mutilating another human being.
However, if you think about it, it's not very realistic. In fact, it's rather cartoony, like Tom and Jerry, or The Simpsons, or Family Guy, or Barney. It's the kind of over-the-top violence that's meant for laughs, and it's not to be taken very seriously. The game's story actually kind of condemns violence, as it's about one guy stopping an evil organization from completely infecting the world with a virus and having people kill each other if they want to survive by killing people. Okay, that's not really condemning, but at least it doesn't go, violence is awesome and you should totally shake your family. This was the developer's intention all along, and this fact would definitely undermine the controversy, but honestly it isn't enough because it's still a very violent game, and there's plenty of good reasons why the controversy existed. So, about that possibility of this being a perfect controversy, nope! From the way it sounded, the people from the US and the UK doing the bitching had some good points, but if you read the articles where they present those arguments, you'll find a very glaring flaw. The opposers start by calling Madworld the most violent game ever, and I'm fine with that, but then they go on by saying how with the release of Madworld, Nintendo has shed their family-friendly image and now the Wii is a host for violent games, before which it was considered an alternative to such. To which I facepalmed so freaking hard, it measured a 6.0 on the Richter scale. I couldn't believe that they would say this because now the controversy is almost as pointless as Titanrap. First of all, Nintendo is not publishing this game, Sega is, and they've held a host of mature games for years. Just look at Eternal Champions, or The House of the Dead, or Sonic the Hedgehog. Hell, Nintendo released a few exclusive M-rated games on their systems before this, one they even published. Also, there absolutely were M-rated games on the Wii way before Madworld. And I'm not sure if anyone else noticed, but wasn't there a Wii version of the other most violent video game ever released in 2007? No? Just me? Well, that's what I expected. Hey, fellas, if this is what you based your argument around, then I got some news for you. Your skulls are thicker than a 10-layer cake and you failed. I ought to go out, buy that other most violent game ever, visit both your headquarters, and shove it in your face to showcase how hard you guys bombed this. God damn, I thought we had a winner, but all I got was wasted potential. I will say the controversy was deserved, and the game is still violent. But the execution on this was just downright bad. Oh ho ho, but the fat lady has not sung yet. Turns out, Madworld managed to get through Australia without any controversy whatsoever, and they had the strictest game release system of all time. How the hell did that happen? So overall, Madworld's controversy is only getting 5 disoriented but somehow still alive enemies with Rostein stuck in their heads out of 10. Say what you like, my opinion is final. I didn't screw this up, the world did. God, I'm so freaking pissed. I know, I'll play some man golf.
Holy fucking shit, that dog is gone.